This is a little bit of an acoustic blues lesson. I'm just kind of thinking about when I play in the key of G, sometimes it's a folk feel, sometimes it's a country feel, sometimes it's got a country blues feel, which happens to be one of my favorite. When I say country blues, what do I mean? Well, I immediately think lately of Chris Stapleton, because he has that country sound. I mean, he's got the great sound in his voice, and he's a great songwriter, but he also gets into all the soul stuff and all that. He gets that kind of... But in this case, in the key of G, there's a couple moves you can make to help with the special sauce, I call it, connective tissue, going from one chord to the next. And that, I think, going from one chord to the next is a really important part, especially of acoustic playing, where we're accompanying ourselves perhaps, or maybe you got somebody with you. But if you listen to some of my favorite players, Mark Knopfler and John Hiatt and Ry Cooder and those guys, they have a wonderful way of kind of weaving from chord to chord. So if you're in the key of G, whatever kind of G you choose to hit, if you're working off those D and G strings, you can get some... And what that really does is sort of, for me anyways, an internal melody, sort of an interior melody to whatever you're playing chord-wise, for the song. So in this case, I'm bouncing off the second fret of the D string and the second and fourth fret of the G string. And I'm doing it, in kind of a free random way. I'm not doing a set thing, but I'm hammering on that second fret of the D string. And I'm sliding up on that G. So it's open G, 2, 4, 4, 4, 2, open, 2, open D. Got that? Now if you want to expand on that a little bit, you can include the third fret of the B string. That's always hip. And then pull off. So I'm sliding up from the second to the fourth on the G. And then I'm picking up that third fret on the B string. And then pulling off the fourth to the second on the G. And then open G. And then back to your chord. So what that sounds like, if you're in like song mode, a song, depending on the song style, depending if it's like a show, like a slow country shuffle. See how that works? So, a lot of it depends on the phrasing, how much space you want to leave in between. Sometimes I'll just go. Also take you to the C chord. See how that led in? And you get this sort of, almost like this reoccurring theme going on with that. Almost like a country stroll, but it has a shuffle feel. And then you can go to your D7 or D, C, C7 to G. So you can play off of, if you're going from a G to a C, 1-4, 1-5, whatever you're doing, you can use that open D and G string, and then in this case, jump into that B, which was cool. What these really are, I think, for me anyway, they're just, some of them are kind of stock phrases I've picked up along the way from great players in, Memphis and Nashville, New Orleans, wherever LA. It doesn't really matter where they're from, does it? But you know, great players I've admired over time. When you hear something you like, go back to it and lift it, man. That's what they did. You know, we all took from Chuck Berry and Little Richard. Whatever your style, whatever floats your boat, I suppose. But that's where it comes down in my book anyway, to touch, tone, time, and taste. I call those the 4 T's. And if you like this kind of stuff, I got a ton of it at jimmydillon.com/free, or jimmydillon.com if you want to just visit me and check out my music. I got a bunch of CDs there and some, I think there's some video stuff and everything. So anyway, yeah, that's my G, my thoughts for a G, kind of a G country shuffle. So what I thought I would do is I thought I'd play you out, and I'll try to incorporate maybe some extra, you know, connective tissue, little licks here and there, and you can sort of see where you can go with this. And also chordally, you can, you know, sort of mix up some different kinds of chords. So it sounds something like this. Cap it off. You want that one? Okay. It's the 3rd fret on the D string. And then you pick up the 3rd fret on the high E with your pinky and pinch them both together. And then walk that D string down chromatically. And you're home. So that high with it, you get the tension. And you can just walk it up with an open E. 7th. That usually indicates it's over. So that last lick was... Yeah, that's just open 2, 3 on the G, and the last one you land on the chord. So one time through the little walk down real slow. All right, I look forward to your comments, whatever you want to hear, or you know, whatever you want to learn, let me know, and I'll try and get it up there for you. See you down the road.